What's up, guys? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 11 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is Jmack Gaming.
Yes, Chad, we are here. It is episode 11 of season 2. We are here what am I thinking of? The aftermath of Over the Edge, Chad. The aftermath of Over the Edge 2000. We saw Future Shock dominate Sean Stasiak, Rock, and Austin. What does that entail for the rest of the month? But we are here at King of the Ring 2000. What an absolute big tournament. 32 men, the largest tournament we've ever seen in this save. And the winner will have an automatic world title shot, as always, and is the King of the Ring. Chad, what is your early prediction for King of the Ring winner?
I think I told you offline.
You know what?
We're not gonna.
No, I don't want you to spoil anyone in it. You know what?
Okay.
Let's get into the show.
Yeah. How about I'll give you my predictions after the first round.
After the first round, after 16, after you've seen everyone in the King of the Ring. But we start off this show with Ace Steel taking on new signee Hayabusa. Chad, Hayabusa's here on WWF.
Oh yeah.
Ace Steel, who got, I wouldn't say humiliated last night against King Iakea, but, obviously, he's not happy about the win or the loss of his European Championship and a loss against King Iakea. And he dominates poor Hayabusa here and hits him with a steel spike here in the pre-show. And our other pre-show match, Ricky Banderas, who we do know will be in the King of the Ring, takes on Carlito and hits the frog splash on him. Ricky Banderas pulling out a frog splash here.
Oh, yeah?
Let's start the show off, though, with a recap of what happened last night. The utter domination from Future Shock. And out comes Mike Tyson, flanked by Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. And Chad, Mike Tyson says, this is nothing new. We told you guys from the beginning. This is everything that we told you guys. This is the future. This is the future. I got my boy, the genetic freak Brock, the one of one Brock Lesnar, and the generational talent himself, Randy Orton. And I'm Iron Mike Tyson. We are Future Shock. And this is just the beginning. You see, we came here with one shit. Here's my brain fucking up again. One goal. I couldn't think of the word goal. What's going on, Chad? What's going on? With one goal here in this company, and that is to take over and run the show the way we want it. And last night was just the beginning. As we see, we dominated not only two of the greatest men to ever step in this ring, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and The Rock. We dominated. And I say we because I was in there too. We dominated the WWF World Heavyweight Champion, Sean Stasiak. This is just the beginning. All right. This is the future. We start the show. Brock Lesnar takes on Terry Funk, Chad. And Brock Lesnar dominates Terry Funk. Brock Lesnar's getting a 55, by the way. So good little match for Brock Lesnar. Rolling off his momentum. He's, 7-0 right now? Has to be. Close to.
Definitely undefeated.
Sean Stasiak's backstage with our new a new backstage interviewer, Sean Backlund. Bob Backlund's son. That's not real. That's his character. He's Bob Backlund's son. And he says, he's holding his neck. He obviously is feeling the effects from last night. And he says, you know what? My body is sore, and I'm hurt, and I may have got my ass kicked, but I'm Sean fucking Stasiak, and I'm not going down without a fight. You see, we're in the middle. We're in the greatest time of the year in WWF. It's the King of the Ring. And usually I'd go after Future Shock and I'd destroy them and defend my belt and send them back to their merry ways. But I have something that I need to to accomplish. Because last year, I was this close to making it to the King of the Ring, and I got hurt. I got hurt right before it, and I saw my King of the Ring chance slip away. So that's why this year, I'm putting myself in the King of the Ring as your WWF World Champion. And I'm going to cross another thing off my list. I was already Rumble winner. I main evented Mania. And I'm a WWF World Champion. But I do not have King of the Ring under my belt. And this year, I am your king. Sean Stasiak says he's going to be King of the Ring champion, Chad. But is this a smart move? Should he take his eyes off of Future Shock? Good answer, Chad. We move on. Randy Orton.
I mean, probably not. But I mean, if he wants to win King of the Ring,
Randy Orton and Mark Mero to take on one another, and Randy Orton hits the O-Zone. I gotta change that to the RKO. Randy Orton pins Mark Mero in 10-13. Notice that Brock and Mark Mero or Randy Orton are not in the King of the Ring, as this King of the Ring was announced and settled in before these guys made their debut. So these guys are not part of the King of the Ring, but they're watching, Chad. They're watching. We move on to the next. Oh, it's Vince McMahon. Voice narrating all the highlights from last year and King of the Rings prior. This is a big deal. This is where we're hyping this tournament up to be a insanely big deal here, Chad. Bigger than any King of the Ring to come before. And we start off the first match of the King of the Ring. There's 16 guys from Raw, 16 guys from SmackDown. And this is the first 4 matches from Side Raw. We start off with Kane making his return to the ring after being burnt a few months ago. He's here. He's taking on former interim Raw Tag Team Champion Major Stash, Chad.
Oh, go Stash.
And
that's my pick.
Kane defeats Major Stash in 12:09 with a flying clothesline. So Kane will move on in the King of the Ring.
I need a new pick.
Backstage, Ace Steel, he's not happy. He jumps into King IK's locker room, and he says that was a fucking fluke, Ace Steel. And Jushin is already there. Jushin's hanging out with King IK, and he gets in the middle of this, right? He's like, hey, don't you fucking come in here, Ace Steel. Don't you dare come in like that. Hey, King IK pulls him aside, and he's like, I can handle myself. All right. Ace Steel, last night was not a fluke. I pinned you 1, 2, 3. Okay, granted, Jushin Thunder Liger saw a little bit of he thought he saw something on your shoe, on your boot, and wanted to, help it get it off of you. And he may have grabbed your foot, may have distracted you, and may have helped me win. But look, he was just trying to be a good person, a good Samaritan, and he still slaps King IK. He's like, don't you talk to me like that, all right? I am entitled to a championship rematch. I don't know why they call you King IK. You haven't really done anything here besides fluke your way to the top here. But I need to show you at my own time, when I choose, why I'm the big game hunter. Jushin, I like that mask. Don't make me have to take it again. And walks out. Remember, Jushin's wearing his old mask. I should probably change the picture. But Ace Steel, not happy with this young upstart, King IKEA. Then Jushin Thunder Liger makes his way to the ring in this King of the Ring match, and he takes on Shane McMahon.
Oh, hell yeah. Jushin's my pick. Go Jushin.
Jushin defeats Shane McMahon in 12:30 with a Liger bomb, Chad. So Chad's pick is Jushin Liger. Unless he's changing his pick at every match.
Nope. Jushin's my pick.
All right, Chad made it here. Right here, right now, live. That his pick is Jushin Liger. Good win for Jushin Liger. He moves on. All right, next match is also a King of the Ring match. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on Billy Gunn, and he taps out the ass man himself in 54. So Stone Cold Steve Austin is also moving on, Chad. And how do you feel about that? Do you want to change your pick?
I mean, no.
He's had some dominant matches, but he did get beat up at over the edge, so maybe Austin's not feeling the greatest.
Steve Austin goes Final 4.
Okay, all right. Sultan and Joey Matthews are backstage, and they're shining up their new tag team championships. I said, look, we've been champions for a little bit. We've been champions for a lot of it, actually, Joey. Or Sultan. Joey's talking, not Sultan. I'm wondering, what are we doing here? Obviously, we're great tag team champions, but why aren't we in the King of the Ring? Like, yeah, we're the greatest tag team champions on this planet, but we're also good single wrestlers, too. Like, we should be able to, not only show our skills in the tag team division, but, a world championship would look great on either one of us with the tag team belts as well. And Sultan's like, you're right. But unfortunately, that is out of our hands, young Joey. We'll just have to continue dominating the tag team division. And then one day, myself or yourself, we will be world champion. And Joey's like, hell yeah, let's go. Hell yeah, Sultan. But what if it comes like down to the Royal Rumble and it's like me and you, and one of us would go to the Royal Rumble WrestleMania and for the world title? What do we do? We'll leave it there. We'll leave it in the ring. But at the end of the day, you're my brother, Joey. But you have to understand, I have to do what I have to do at some point. Oh, that was dark and ominous. But Sultan and Joey, they want a world title.
That's some potential foreshadowing. Who knows?
We move on to our main event, though. It is Shawn Stasiak in his King of the Ring match, Chad. He's taking on Big Boss Man. And
Big Boss Man.
Gets an 81. And Stasiak defeats Big Boss Man in 15:45 with an inverted TDT. And Stasiak will move on in the King of the Ring.
Ooh.
I debated putting this one on last or Austin and Gunn. And I should have put Austin and Gunn. But it makes sense because after the show, the Titantron is just Tyson. Tyson's just staring at Shawn Stasiak. No words said. And that's how we end Raw. They're always watching, Chad.
Oh, Raw flew by.
That was 12 minutes. That's an average Raw for me.
Oh, faster, man. I'm pausing. You're having fun.
Yeah. That was Raw. 83. That's a usual post-show match or Raw. Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys for Nitro. Chad's got a big. He's got something planned. I'm not gonna spoil it, but Chad's got something planned.
It was something we accidentally stumbled upon.
And it's a big deal. We'll see you there for Nitro.
All right, we are here with an interesting Nitro. Justin, interesting is the word to use to describe this, right?
Fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah,
very intense.
It's very interesting, Chad.
It's unique. Very intense.
It's unique.
Unique.
Something new.
Let's see what happens.
Something
I'm ready to start.
Never done before.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's get into it, Chad. No pre-show here.
Sylvester Stallone comes out, and of course he's got his 24/7 championship that he won from China. He says, I came out here tonight for a few reasons. One, say hello to all the people at the Colonial Life Arena in South Carolina. Boos from Sylvester Stallone. No, he's been, they're not happy with him. He's been being a real dick lately. He says, I don't know why you're booing me. I gave you a phenomenal Clash of Champions. If anything, you should be thanking me. But it's clear to me that you still don't understand that I'm trying to do my best to give you the best show possible. So, I'll tell you what. My first announcement. After I graciously won the 24/7 championship from China, China went backstage and she destroyed the locker room. Absolutely destroyed it. That was not professional. And so I'm suspending China for 1 month. Craig boos again. He's like, I know you're upset, but listen, these are the rules and it's my job to enforce them. Announcement number 2. I'm announcing we're bringing back something that we haven't done since the early 90s. 1993, I believe. We are going to bring back the Battle Bowl. Now, I know what you're wondering. Some of you may not know what the Battle Bowl is. Well, you have a thing called the Lethal Lottery. We put every member of our roster in the Lethal Lottery, and we randomly selected 16 teams. These 16 teams are going to face off in tag team matches. And the 8 teams that win these matches will then go into a battle royal. And the winner of the battle royal wins it for his team. So it's going to be an exciting time. And so I'm excited for us to start. And we have a bunch of random teams selected, and we've got 2 matches tonight. And I'll announce those matches when they come. But it's going to be a very, very prestigious prize for the winners of the Battle Bowl. Of course, it's going to be this illustrious Battle Bowl trophy. The winning teams will also get $50,000. Split between the 2 of them, but that's still a decent chunk of change.
That's it.
And remember, this tournament is 100% random. That's something to be looking forward to for Great American Bash. We've got a bunch of other things planned too, and I look forward to bringing them to you, and I look forward to a great American Bash.
Chad did random, which is going to be shocking when you see some of the teams later on in this tournament.
But Justin did them with me. He can back me up. They were all random.
They were all random. The bracket in which everyone is matched up is random, which again is going to seem a little shaky once you see some of these, but it's just how it happened, and I can swear to it. Like it was all 100% random. Live by the rando, die by the rando.
Die by the rando. We have our match, the first match of the night. The global champion Sensei Savage, in a non-title match, is taking on Lance Storm. In a decent match, Savage defeats Lance Storm with a flying elbow drop.
Interesting. Chad, you know what I do when I move it to road agent notes?
Yep, who's hurt?
Can you guess?
I hope it's not Savage, but probably Savage. No, he broke his finger.
Retracted index finger. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that sounds like it's just a minor injury, but still an injury.
Sounds like he broke. So Shane Helms comes out after the match, and Savage is holding his finger, and Shane says, I was trying to figure out what I could do after that match again, after I lost to AJ. What could I do to bounce myself back? And I knew there was something I needed to do, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And Savage says, I don't think now's a good time for that joke. Oh, yeah. What are you doing out here, Shane Helms? And he's like, well, this is why I came out here. You see, Sensei, I saw you win the global championship at Clash of Champions, and I was wondering, could I join your dojo? Could you take me under your wing? Could you help make Shane Helms the next big superstar? Sensei Savage says, I am intrigued by your offer to join the dojo, and I'll tell you what. All right, next week, I'm going to give you a challenge, and if you pass the challenge, you're in. Join the Savage Dojo. Oh, Shane Helms potentially joining the Savage Dojo.
Potentially. Let's see.
We are here. Right, Raven and Canyon and Mike Awesome. Canyon. He's like, hey, what the hell was that Sunday, huh? Raven said, look, you were the one that wanted to come back. You were the one that wanted to do this all on your own, and you lost. You don't have the United States Championship anymore. And that's unfortunate, because that means we don't have the United States Championship anymore.
What do you mean we?
Because if one of us wins a belt, we all win a belt. All right? So that one's on you, Chris. Now listen, there's this Battle Bowl tournament coming up, all right? I don't know who's going to be in it. Obviously, Stallone's told all of us nothing. But if one of us are in it, we gotta win it. We have to do something to get the flock back on top. All right. So here's the thing: we're gonna, if one of us are in it, we have to win. If you guys let me down again, you don't even want to know what would happen. And Chris Kenyon says, Raven, I don't want to rock the boat, but you say I lost the United States Championship, and you say that's a loss for us. And if one of us was the champion, then we're all champion. But where was that same energy when you were the world champion? It was never we're all world champion. It was always you're the world champ. You're the final boss, Raven, right? And then when you lost the world title, it wasn't your fault. Oh, you were screwed by a Money in the Bank cash in. I'm just saying here, Raven. Looks like the pot's calling the kettle black. All right, so maybe you should practice what you preach. And the next time you leave me high and dry in the ring, might be the last thing you ever do.
You gonna fucking kill him?
Chris Canyon walks out of the little dark room that they're in. The flock, Justin. There's tension in the flock.
The flock is not fine.
The flock is not fine.
Oh.
Sean O'Haire and Minoru Suzuki have great chemistry, and it showed in their performance. Welcome to WCW, Sean O'Haire. You're going to developmental, but since you were here, we decided we'll feed you to Minoru Suzuki. And about that terrible wrestling, and now assistant crowd heat. Minoru Suzuki defeated Sean O'Haire by submission.
This match stunk.
It did. But that's okay. After the match, Paul Heyman shows up. He says, Minoru Suzuki, I've liked a lot of what I've seen from you in the last few weeks. You've been absolutely dominant between tapping people out and knocking them unconscious. You have been just the best. I gotta tell you, Minoru, I think one thing that could take your career to the next step is if you made me, Paul Heyman, your advocate. So what do you say, Minoru? You want to be a Paul Heyman guy. Minoru, he looks at Paul Heyman and he looks around at the crowd. And he takes it, and Paul Heyman, he's got his hand extended to shake his hand. Minoru, he shakes Paul Heyman's hand. Minoru Suzuki has aligned with Paul Heyman.
Interesting.
Baka!
Baka!
I was trying to think of a way I could get that in, but I couldn't figure it out.
We move on.
We got a tag team match. Too Cool taking on Mike and Mike, and in a poor match, Too Cool defeats Mike and Mike win. Grandmaster Sexay pinned Mike Quackenbush with the Tennessee Jam.
Yeah. Big match right there. Big match right there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say big match, but it was a match.
It was a match. After the match, we go to a vignette. Low D is there, and he's backstage. No, Lodi, last night you were betrayed, and Lodi cuts off the person asking him the question. He says, last night I was betrayed by a brother. I was betrayed by my best friend. You see, a lot of people don't know this, but Sick Boy and I, we didn't meet in the ring. We didn't meet when we became professional wrestlers. We grew up together. Sick Boy and I, we were best friends. And Sick Boy never had friends in school. He was an outcast. And me, I was a loudmouth. I was the class clown, but I got in trouble a lot. My mouth always got me into fights, and Sick Boy and I, we bonded over our weirdness. And we told each other we would grow up and we would make it, no matter what we did. And we found a mutual love of professional wrestling. When we would watch some of the great tag teams like the Midnight Express, we would watch great tag teams like the Bachwinkles. We grew up and we knew we were going to be the best tag team in the world, and no one would be able to call us outcasts anymore. We became wrestlers, and we fought tooth and nail to get to where we are, and we finally did it. And we were going to take over the wrestling world together. And that all changed at Clash of Champions. And Sick Boy stabbed me in the back. You ruined years of friendship, sick boy. And for what? To go be managed by Rick Rude? If you're gonna seriously let Rick Rude come in between us, were we even really friends? And listen, I know how this has worked lately when teams have turned on the other one. Somebody comes out and they want answers and they demand an explanation, and they try to mend fences. Sick boy, you tore that fence down and you burned it. I'm not here to talk. I'm here to fight. So, sick boy, I swear the next time I see you, I don't care if it's in the ring. I don't care if it's backstage. I don't care if it's at the grocery store. I don't care where. The next time I see you, it's on site. You and we're going to fight, and I'm going to kick the crap out of you, and I'm going to hurt you worse than you hurt me Sunday. And I don't even know if that's possible, but I promise I'll get to as close to it as I can. Mark my words.
Did you say on
Yeah.
site I'm gonna kick your ass, grocery store
On
style?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
We have a good match. Stardust is defending the TV title against Tommy Dreamer. And in 12:26, he wins with a bulldog. Got an 81.
Good for Tommy Dreamer.
First time we've seen Tommy Dreamer in a long time.
Yeah.
After that, Six, Hall, and Stardust, they're in the ring. Six says, everyone's asking me, why did I attack Mick Foley? The answer's simple, all right? I attacked Mick Foley because sometimes blood is thicker than water, right? Got Hall right here. We're brothers. Whether I agree with his actions or not, brothers, they follow each other until the end. We're not Sick Boy and Low D. We're Six and Scott Hall. Listen, Stardust, not a big fan of you. In fact, I kind of hate your guts. I'm not going to let my brother go in this alone. If I got to team with you, to be there for my bro, I'm going to do it. That's why I turned my back on Mick Foley. Scott Hall, Six, we're all we got. That's all we need.
Oh boy. Oh no.
After that, Sylvester Stallone calls these four individuals into the ring. He says, Six, I'm glad you're here because you're in the tournament. You're in the Battle Bowl tag team first round. And your partner in the Lethal Lottery, Jacqueline Moore. And you'll be taking on the team of Rick Martel and Jamie Noble. And that match is next. And in a decent match, Six and Jacqueline Moore, they defeat Rick Martel and Jamie Noble when Jacqueline Moore pinned Jamie Noble to advance in the Battle Bowl Battle Royal. They're going to the Battle Bowl, brother. Dustin, what do you think of that?
That's an interesting matchup right there. Jacqueline Moore getting the pin. That's huge.
Huge. So the first two qualifiers of the Battle Bowl Battle Royal is Six, Jacqueline Moore.
Yeah.
Huge.
There we go.
The Syndicate come out. They recap Clash of Champions when Scott Steiner beat RVD and Kevin Nash beat Rey Mysterio. They've got both of their world championships in the ring. Scott Steiner said, "This is a big day for the Syndicate." Now listen, I said when we formed, we were gonna bring pro wrestling back to where it belongs. We were gonna bring WCW back to where they belonged, and we did just that with these world titles. Kevin Nash, a tag team legend, won his first world title. Well deserved. Should have happened years ago. What's next for the Syndicate? We're not done. We're all gonna win gold. We're not done taking over. We're just getting started. Ray and RVD, they're not here tonight. And if they know any better, they'll stay away. Because if they come back here, they're gonna lose time and time again. The Syndicate, we're here to stay. And there's nothing that can come between us. Nothing. And then Sylvester Stallone's music hits. He says, well, Steiner, it's funny you say that. You're competing in the Battle Bowl tag team round.
Yay.
It's really funny how this worked out. You can't make this up. A lethal lottery. Selected teams. And the WCW Universal Champion Scott Steiner is going to team up with WCW World Heavyweight Champion Kevin Nash. They look at each other, they laugh, and they high five. They're like, hell yeah. Like, that's right. And listen, here's the thing. You're both going to team up to take on the team of Reverend Devon.
Whoa.
And they laugh. They all laugh. They're like, oh, Reverend Devon! Listen, no offense against Reverend Devon. He's not as tiny as those dumb cruiserweights. But come on, you might as well ring the bell now. There is not any member of this roster who can go toe-to-toe with me and Nash. It doesn't matter who their tag team partner is. We'll kick their ass, I promise. There's no one. And Stallone laughs and says, well, that's funny because Reverend Devon's tag team partner, Bill Goldberg.
Jeez.
And Nash and Steiner, they turn around, and Goldberg, he's like, and Goldberg, if you screw your tag team partner, Reverend Devon, tonight, if you don't try 100%, I'll fire you.
Oh, let's go.
And that match is the main event, and that match is next.
Let's go. The match is next right here.
And in a superb match, Steiner and Nash defeat Goldberg and Reverend Devon when Kevin Nash pinned Reverend Devon with these snake eyes. But listen, Goldberg, he tried his best. He had to win. He had to try. And Reverend Devon, he fought tooth and nail, but they came up a little short. But Nash and Steiner, they're going to the Battle Bowl Battle Royal. And I gotta tell you, Justin, this has become anyone's game. If one of these two were in it, I think they'd be the shoe-in. But both of our world champions are competing in the Battle Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely unreal. The luck and randomness that not only did these teams tag together, but they were in the first match.
That's wild. Absolutely wild. So, the four men who have advanced to the Battle Bowl. 6. Four people, sorry. My apologies. 6. Jacqueline Moore, Steiner, and Nash.
Yeah.
And this got a 90.
It's got a 90. Huge.
Banger main event.
Huge match right there, Chad.
Absolutely.
And that is Nitro. Are you guys excited for the Battle Bowl? Or are you guys excited for King of the Ring? Let me know in the comments. We'll see you. Peace out for SmackDown.
We are here. We are live, and it's SmackDown, baby.
We aren't live. This is pre-recorded.
It's live for us.
But is it live for the people that are watching?
No.
No, it isn't, Chad.
I don't know that.
Stop lying to the people.
It could be live. Can't spell live without lie.
Stop lying to the people, Chad. Let's talk about this SmackDown here. It's a big show. We got King of the Ring going on tonight. We got 4 major matches here tonight at King of the Ring, SmackDown side. Chad, are you going to change your pick tonight?
No. Still riding Jushin Liger, baby.
We start off the pre-show with Edge defeating Pitbull 2 with a leaping DDT. Edge maybe in the King of the Ring. Maybe he's not. You're going to have to find out. We also have Bam Bam Bigelow taking on Low Key in a pre-show bout. Bam Bam wins in 8:21 with a power bomb.
Power bomb.
And we start off SmackDown with Eddie Guerrero calling out Triple H and Eric Bischoff. As you remember at Over the Edge, it was a main event classic right there with Eddie and Triple H that went to a 30-minute time limit draw, and Eddie is not happy about it. He's telling he's like, I didn't get pinned last night. But you see, me and Hunter, we had a classic. We had an unbelievable match. Now, Eric, I need you to come out here right now. I need you to come out here and fix it right now. I need you to fix that match. I need you to fix it. I didn't get pinned. I can't. I need another one. And Eric comes out like, yeah, indeed, Eddie, you did not get pinned at Over the Edge. But you have to realize that you also did not win your match at Over the Edge. And now, what can we do about this, right? We can't just be continuously granting you rematches over and over again due to time limit draws, or let's say a disqualification or anything. You can't just say, if you intentionally count yourself out, Eddie, you didn't get pinned. At the end of the day, you still did not get the job done, Eddie, regardless. But nevertheless, Eddie, I do agree that was one of the all-time greatest matches here on SmackDown. It'd be a shame to let this rivalry go without actually having someone win. Now, Eddie, you have declared yourself into the King of the Ring. So it is going to be very difficult. Let's see. It's going to be very difficult for you to actually get a title match and wrestle in King of the Ring. So how about this? How about we postpone? I promise you that you get your match against Triple H for that world title after King of the Ring. And Eddie's like, no, I want it now. I will beat his ass now. No, Eddie. Focus on King of the Ring, because, Eddie, this is not just a King of the Ring with one brand this year. This is different. It is King of the Ring for not only rights and respect for yourself, but it is brand recognition too. Because you see at the finals, it will be one SmackDown versus one Raw guy at King of the Ring. And I'll be damned if I don't have SmackDown represented by the King of the Ring. Triple H. Going and basing that. Looks like you don't have a match at King of the Ring, do you? And Hunter's backstage, so he's not going to respond to this. He's like, well, don't worry. I got a plan for you, Hunter. I got a plan for you. So no Eddie and Triple H at King of the Ring, because Bischoff wants Eddie to win it. You can't have him wrestle twice, Chad. We move on. Our opening match of the night. Ooh, Roadkill getting a serious viral infection. Ooh, hate to see that. But a rematch last night's big match for the SmackDown titles. Bryan Danielson and Shawn Michaels take on Road Rage. And Bryan Danielson and Shawn Michaels, again, defend their belts. Big match. Roadkill. Yeah, thanks, Jared Briscoe. Appreciate that. A serious viral infection. There we move on. I gotta actually exit that out. Ric Flair is flanked by his boy Rhino, and he is getting booed out of the Izod Center, Chad, because Ric Flair used Rhino, his protege, the week prior to destroy Ricky Steamboat leading up into their retirement match. And that was just it was too much for Ricky to overcome. And Ric Flair defeated Steamboat last night, or not last night, but at the pay-per-view. And he's got his boy Rhino. And he says, this is the dirtiest player in the game. With the dirtiest animal in the jungle, Rhino. Because rhinos are in the jungle, see? Right?
Yeah, I get you.
It's a jungle animal. Rhino takes on the adequate monster himself, though, Chad. Oh, so Ric Flair doing some good work in ringside. So it's not a help, but it's not a hurt. It's not hurting Rhino to have Ric Flair out there helping him. Big time right there. We move on to Paul White entering Eric Bischoff's office, and he's demanding why is he just found out he's not in the King of the Ring. Paul White is not in the King of the Ring. He just found out, and he's not happy. He's been by Eric Bischoff's side this whole time, but this time may have gone too far. And Eric's like, hey, again, Paul, I've been telling you, don't worry. I got this. And Paul White's like, no, you just told Hunter that. All right. I'm going to go home for a little bit. And when I come back, you better have it figured out. Or I'll crush your fucking head like a grape, Eric. I'll send you packing to that old company. We start off the King of the Ring matches tonight with Booker T taking on Stevie Ray. Harlem Heat collide one-on-one tonight, and Booker T defeats Stevie Ray in 13-15 with a missile drop kick. Chad, how do you feel about WCW running rampant here in SmackDown? I'm just realizing.
It pisses me off, to be quite frank with you.
Yeah, does it?
I like it.
Unfortunate.
Give them back.
They hug and they shake their hands. Respect between these two talented superstars right here. Booker T moves on to the Sweet 16, Chad. Booker T's he's came close for King of the Ring, but just has not jumped over the hedge. And hasn't really can't grasp it. And maybe this is the year that he doesn't. We move on, Chad. We move on to Kid Cash and Test destroying PJ Black backstage. Absolutely battering him. PJ Black snuck a win last night, or at the pay-per-view against Test. And Kid Cash, we found out he's with Test now, a little duo right here. And they destroy PJ Black. Kid Cash is, he's in action. Chad, he's in action tonight. But before that, Ric Flair defeats Ultimo Dragon to move on in the King of the Ring. Ric Flair has moved on. He's in the Sweet 16, Chad. Is this your pick? Do you like Ric Flair in the King of the Ring?
He's not Jushin Liger.
That's true. That's very true. But Ric Flair, moving on. I was told you earlier, Kid Cash takes on Lex Luger, and Kid Cash gets the big win with the dead level. Wow, big win for Kid Cash, defeating former global champion Lex Luger. Big win for Kid Cash, putting himself on the map here.
For Kid Cash.
Good for Kid Cash. And in our main event, another King of the Ring match. Eddie Guerrero taps out Amazing Red with the Gory Special. Big match indeed.
Amazing Red main eventing.
Love to see it. Love to see it. After the match, Eddie Guerrero celebrates in the ring and look. You know it had to be done, Chad. Someone comes down and gets in Eddie's face. Chad, you're gonna hate this. I can't believe you didn't have this guy signed to a roster spot. Or at least an exclusive written contract, Chad. Maybe you should have. No, I'm just joking. I'm fucking with you, Chad. I didn't steal any of your guys here. He says, look, I heard Eric talk about winning the King of the Ring, Eddie, to represent SmackDown, but I didn't come here to sit in the sidelines. I came here to win King of the Ring. And it's El Hijo del Santo calling his shot Babe Ruth style. He says he's winning King of the Ring, Chad. Him and Eddie stare down. And that is how we end Friday Night SmackDown. El Hijo del Santos here. He's here on SmackDown, nonetheless. And he's here to win the title. Or the King of the Ring, not the title. How do you feel about Del Santo? Is that going to change your pick?
Oh, he's going to win.
What's wrong, bud?
Ah.
What's wrong?
Ready for tackling more in 6, though, in the Battle Royal.
Yeah,
the
you're
Battle
right.
Bowl.
You're right. We have a big war right there. Well, we'll see what happens in the next round of the Battle Bowl. A Battle Bowl here
Battle Bowl.
on Thunder.
We are here with Thunder, baby.
Welcome to the Battle Bowl. No?
We are on our roll. We are on our way to the Great American Bash, and the Battle Bowl is on the way to the Great American Bash. So you weren't wrong, Justin.
I never am.
I don't know about that.
That's not right. Let's get into it. Chad, my pre-show match right here.
This pre-show match, Evan Courageous versus Too Cold Scorpio, Justin.
Yeah, I booked it.
And a
Do you want to fucking shit on me anymore? Let me talk about my match, Chad.
Okay.
Look, these guys have an absolute banger, bro. Back and forth. Too Cold Scorpio hits a sick Hurricanrana. Evan Courageous hits a sick 450 splash. But at the end of the day, Too Cold Scorpio hits the tumbleweed and pins Evan Courageous in 8:07. Absolute 5-star match. Never to be recreated ever again.
Yeah.
Boop. That match stunk, brother.
Sylvester Stallone comes out and he says, all right, listen, we're here at Thunder. We have a big show tonight. Of course, I was told last week that we were going to have a very special guest tonight. I thought it was going to be via satellite, but, ladies and gentlemen, in the flesh, we have Hulk Hogan, the assistant general manager. Hulk Hogan's music hits. He's not wearing a suit. He's wearing his Hulk. He's wearing his Hulk gear. He's like, "Oh, Hulkamania, brother." He runs in the ring. He's like, and as soon as Sylvester Stallone starts talking, Hulk yells, "Well, let me tell you something, brother. It is so great to be back." And the crowd they're happy to see Hogan. He's like, "Listen, I've been away for a long time. With an injury, and the entire time I've been doing nothing but watch WCW, rehab, train, get myself ready when I could come back. Gotta say, the last time you saw me, I was training on Thunder, getting ready to wrestle. It's only fitting that I came back to Thunder. I'm so happy to be here, brother, but I got a lot to get down to, so I'm just gonna start. First things first, Sylvester Stallone. We've known each other long enough. I have a lot of respect for you. I consider you a friend. Gotta tell you, I don't know what crawled up your ass and died, brother, but you've been in a really, really bad mood lately. Right? You suspended China for no reason. Being very unfair to select wrestlers, brother. Listen, I know what it's like to get a power trip. I know what it's like to let your emotions get the better of you, brother, but you gotta calm down. You're the general manager. Gotta stay impartial. I've been watching a lot of the product lately, and I can tell you, I got a whole other viewpoint, brother. Listen, we gotta change things. And Sylvester Stallone says, "Right, Hogan, you're right. We do need to change things. There are a couple things I want to change. First and foremost, now that you're back, Hogan, talk to Ted Turner. He agreed your talents are better suited in the ring and not making matches. That needs to be done by one person. We've already butted head a couple times on matchmaking. So, Hogan, you are hereby fired as the assistant general manager. However, good news, Hogan. Good news. Since you're medically cleared to wrestle, you are going to wrestle. You're going to make your big return to the ring at Great American Bash. Hogan, he's like, "Well, listen, brother, I'm excited to be back in the ring. You didn't have to fire me, though. You could have just told me. You could have just asked me who I wanted to wrestle." Well, here's the thing, Hogan. I don't care who you want to wrestle. I've already picked your opponent. Hogan, a lot has changed since you've been gone. We have some new faces. One of our new faces has been really exciting to be here for the last few months. He debuted while you were gone. He's been on a roll lately. Up until very recently, was a global champion. Hogan, the Great American Bash, you make your in-ring return against Owen Hart.
That's big. Hey, I didn't. Hogan's back, baby.
Hogan's back, and he's taking on Owen Hart at Great American Bash.
Yeah, I'm mad about that. Not happy about that. But hey, that's huge. Huge match.
Speaking of huge matches, this is one of the tag team matches determined the Battle Bowl. We got one of our matches right now. Madman Pondo and Luna Vachon. Don't tell me I rigged it. I would never have made these teams. Taking David Flair and Sick Boy. Here's the thing. Boy almost had the match won. Then Low D showed up. He came from the crowd. And Sick Boy, he turns and he's distracted. And that's how he was able to get pinned by Madman Pondo. Madman Pondo and Luna Vachon. They advance.
Who would have thought Madman Pondo's going to share a ring
With
Jacqueline Moore? Wow.
Madman Pondo's going to share a ring with Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner.
Unbelievable.
Low D, he's just beating the piss out of Sick Boy. They're brawling all over the place. Security have to separate them.
Yeah, unbelievable. These guys just don't like each other.
We have a women's divisional match. Our women's champion, Cutie Suzuki, competing against Charmel. They've got pretty good chemistry in the rest of the match.
Do they really? Wow, good for them. Good for them. A 54.
Well, Charmel is on the NXT women's division, but she's getting over. She's really progressing a lot. So wanted to see what she could do. Justin, not disappointed with what I saw tonight.
No, not at all. It's just a matter of time before you bring the NXT Women's Champion over instead of one of the contenders.
A matter of time.
We move on. Sting. Inventing a new
Sting.
catchphrase in this promo.
He says,
Caw. I'm a bird.
He says bling bling. It's your boy Sting.
Oh, okay. All right.
What'd you think I was gonna say?
Caw.
Sting gets in the ring. He says, I was told to come down here tonight in this ring because apparently the Lethal Lottery selected me to compete in the Battle Bowl. Listen, Steiner and Nash, they're in this Battle Bowl. I'm excited because I had the opportunity to join them. And that means the Syndicate increase our numbers by that much more. And that means that we have even greater chance at winning the Battle Bowl. So I don't know who my partner is. I don't know who I'm wrestling. And quite frankly, it doesn't matter. Because the icon Sting is going to win because it's showtime.
Ooh, showtime, baby.
And tag team partners Rick Rude and Bubba Ray and Kurt Hennig show up, and they're bickering the entire time. They don't like each other. They feuded not too long ago, so they are not getting along. They butt heads the entire match, and they probably wouldn't have won. However, during the match, Low D comes back out, security trailing him, but he doesn't care. He runs down to the ring, and he's got a baseball bat in his hand. He grabs Sting's baseball bat, and he clobbers Rick Rude in the head with it.
What an absolute
scumbag. And that costed them the match because Bubba was able to pin Rick Rude while that was happening with a powerbomb.
You telling me Bubba Ray Dudley and Kurt Hennig won this match, Chad? Unbelievable.
Yeah. Bubba Ray and Kurt Hennig, they go to the Battle Bowl.
Lodi being a scumbag, costing people millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Actually, $50,000. Sorry, $50,000.
Yeah, and then after the match, they just continue to fight and butt heads.
Even though they won.
Even though they won. There, backstage, AJ Styles, he's got all of the Limitless members lined up. He says, "You heard Scott Steiner, member of Limitless. Bye. One of us been leaking information to the Syndicate. Now they've got championships. That's not okay. Oh. Anyone want to fess up? Anyone want to admit that they've been double-crossing us?" One peeks up. Says, maybe it's the guy who considered not really a cruiserweight. Maybe it's muscle of the group, somebody who can relate to some of these bigger guys. Maybe it's you, Taz, and AJ Styles. He gets face to face with Taz, and Taz says, "If I were you, son, I'd back the hell up before I break your legs. Listen, I'm not a snitch. If I wanted to spy on if I wanted to work against you, I just would have. I wouldn't have joined this stupid group if I didn't want to be here. All right. So why don't you back up? And look at who you're pointing fingers at, because it ain't me." All right, Taz. All right. Listen, maybe it's somebody who has already teamed with Scott in the past. Remember correctly, Scott Steiner used to be a part of a group with Bill Goldberg called the Resistance.
Oh yeah.
Who else was in that? Who else was in that group? Perhaps the Kidman.
Ooh.
And he goes, "Hey, I was the one that started the group. I announced it. Like, look at me. What do I get helping Scott? Yeah, me and Scott, we were friends in the past, but we're not now. Right, AJ? It's not me. All right, Kidman. Listen. I want to believe you. You've given me no reason to suspect otherwise. Maybe it's the guy who got Sting at Starrcade. I almost said WrestleMania. Listen,
WrestleMania.
BD mentioned that he had a lot of respect for Sting in his Starrcade match, and see how far that respect reaches out. Maybe it's Rob Van Dam. And he's like, first of all, it makes no damn sense. I literally wrestled Steiner. Why would I wrestle? Like, that makes no sense, AJ. You're getting paranoid. Listen, and then RVD says, furthermore, why are we sitting here? Did AJ Styles interrogate us?
Maybe it was him.
What if he's the guy? What if he's the spy? And everyone looks at AJ. AJ says, listen. Hey, listen. It's not me, all right? I have the Cruiserweight Championship. I represent the Cruiserweight division. Why would I turn my back? And they all start fighting, bickering back and forth. The Hardy Boys there, they're like, they're all fighting. And Christopher Daniels, hey, everyone shut up. That's exactly what the Syndicate are trying to do. Trying to get in our heads. What if there's not even a spy? What if that's just a lie? Suddenly trust Scott Steiner? Listen, we need to work together. We need to be on the same page. No matter who the spy is, because there's strength in numbers. Right? Listen, I respect every single one of you. I consider you all friends. I firmly believe that none of you would turn your back on Limitless. Be okay.
I wonder who it is. Is it you, Chad? Are you the spy? Are you the rat?
Might be me. We have another match, another NXT call-up visiting us for the night. And he got a 52. I think James Storm might be coming up very soon, brother. Yeah. James Storm versus Dean Malenko. And a decent match. Dean Malenko defeated James Storm with a Texas Cloverleaf.
Good for James Storm. Coming up here, having a good showing. May have not pulled out the win, but, proved to himself that he can go against some of the best. And Dean Malenko.
He got a tag team match. Christopher Daniels, he's like, hey, we got to get on the same page. AJ, let's go team together. You need to relax. AJ says, fine. So they team up against an easy win against Redacted.
What do you mean easy win?
You heard me. AJ.
What do you mean easy win?
AJ pins Mike Barton with a Styles Clash. Hey, Stereo. Clash of Champions. Blew it. We're running, sure. No disqualification means no excuses. Got to do whatever you can do to win. Listen, Evan did that. Evan, he took advantage of some interferences. Beat me. Don't make excuses. One of the reasons why I haven't decided in this battle between Limitless and the Syndicate is, first, I didn't want to get involved. The more I think about it, the more I know the reason why I didn't want to interfere is because I don't agree with either side. It's not about one of these veterans, the face of wrestling. No matter, the cruiserweights shouldn't be handed anything. You need to work. You need to work hard. It doesn't matter if you're a cruiserweight, a super heavyweight, if you're one of these tremendous women in our women's division. It doesn't matter, because if you work hard, if you bust your ass every single night, you will get rewarded. That's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to bust my ass every single night. I'm going to start. I'm going to start right now asking General Manager Sylvester Stallone, Great American Bash, let me wrestle. I want to wrestle somebody. I'll let you pick an opponent. I want you to pick somebody who is considered one of the best. I want you to pick out a prime opponent, because I want to become the #1 contender. I'm not asking for a rematch. I need to earn a rematch. So let me earn it by wrestling at Great American Bash and winning and becoming #1 contender again. I could just use my Rising Sun Championship match and just give myself one, but I'm going to do that. I want to earn it. So, laying the ball in Sylvester Stallone's court. Give me an opponent. Great American Bash. Wrestle them. I'll beat them. And I'll once again have another opportunity to become World Heavyweight Champion.
Ray, getting all the title shots. Love to hear it.
And our main event, the rematch for the U.S. title. An exceptional match. Bret Hart defeated Chris Kanyon. Submission with a sharpshooter. After Bret Hart makes defense #1 of the U.S. title, Raven interfered. But here's the thing: Raven showed up, and he, believe it or not, a lot of people may not believe this, but he was actually going to attack Bret, but Bret moved out of the way, and he attacked Chris Kanyon.
Attacks Chris Kanyon.
Hart. Yeah, and Bret Hart, he's a good guy, but he's not dumb. He's gonna take advantage of an opportunity. So Raven attacked his flock member on accident. Raven took advantage. Raven beat Chris Kanyon.
There we go. And that is Thunder right there, Chad. A 91.
91, baby.
A 91. Unbelievable show. Good win for Madman Pondo. Absolutely love to see it. We'll see you guys for episode 12. Week 2. June 2000. Jmack and Chad. Book Wrestling.